Emergency teams on the Greek island of Kos are battling wildfires that forced locals and tourists to seek shelter overnight. More than 100 firefighters are still tackling the blaze, which officials say is now being brought under control. Jessica Lane reports.
More than 100 firefighters spent the night battling these fires on the island of Kos, trying to make sure they won't flare up again. This is one of Greece's most popular and busiest tourist spots.
The scenes last night at the hotel were quite alarming. The smoke was quite clearly billowing over the hill just across from us. The winds had changed and it was coming towards us. And I felt in that instant immediately slight panic and very challenged. You know, just felt I needed to get to the room, get the passports, grab just stuff and get out of the hotel.
Hundreds of people took refuge in this sports stadium last night after being evacuated. This morning, many returned to their hotels and homes, as it's hoped the worst of the fires have been put out for now. Dozens of fires broke out across the country over the weekend, and people planning holidays to Greece are warned there could be more to come over the summer, as the country's had its warmest winter and earliest heatwave on record already this year. Jessica Lane, BBC News.
Okay. All right. First, I want to know who is our fact checker, huh? Yeah, that would be me. Oh, yeah? Yeah. Why are you asking? Yeah. Well, here's a fact. You're fired. Yeah. Well, here's another question. Anyone here hate space travel? Anyone? All right, you're fired. All right, let's relax. Let's play some music. Francis, you're fired. See ya. Yeah, you suck, man. Well, guess what? You're now fired, Steve. Now, let me ask, do any of you own Teslas? I see. For the two that did not raise their hand, you know what's up.
You're fired.
So, yes, let me know by raising your hand if you're okay working over 100 hours a week, but not receiving overtime pay. I guess you're fired.
Wait, is it just me? Or don't you think that you and Amber Heard would have made a great couple?
Yeah, I agree. Alright, you can stay. Now let's bring in the next class. Hi. Yo, listen everyone. Raise your digital hand if you think Amber Heard got a fair trial.
Here in the United States, India is part of our daily lives. We dance to the beats of Diljit at Coachella. We keep ourselves more or less fit and healthy doing yoga. Over the past several decades, the United States and India have been advancing the vision of greater interdependence, brought closer by administrations of different parties in both of our countries. The United States and India have become, as the Prime Minister has put it, indispensable partners. And that partnership, President Biden has said, is a defining relationship of the 21st century. Here in the United States, India is part of our daily lives. We enjoy Jhumpa Lahiri's novels over samosas. We laugh at the comedies of Mindy Kaling. We dance to the beats of Diljit at Coachella. And yes, Mr. Prime Minister, and I can say this from personal experience, we keep ourselves more or less fit and healthy doing yoga. The United States is endlessly enriched by our thriving Indian diaspora.
Diljit Dosanjh recently appeared on the popular The Tonight Show starring Jimmy Fallon. The singer and actor performed his hit tracks Goat and Born to Shine to a thrilled audience. Diljit appeared on stage dressed in traditional Punjabi attire, complete with a matching turban, pleated fan and a shiny watch embodying his cultural roots. Diljit Dosanjh and Jimmy Fallon's backstage fun clips from The Tonight Show have been making waves on social media. The duo's chemistry and infectious humor have left fans delighted. Dosanjh and Fallon have been thoroughly enjoying their time together, as evident from the funny backstage videos shared on Jimmy Fallon's official Instagram page. In one of the videos, Diljit was also seen teaching Punjabi to Jimmy in the studio.
Nearly 18,000 people went crazy last time Diljit Dosanjh performed at Rogers Arena in April 2022, a moment that made history as Dosanjh was the first Indian artist to perform. This Saturday he's back in town for his Dilluminati tour, and excitement is through the roof.
Oh my god, you can't ask me. I am like a biggest fan. Diljit is coming, so I cannot miss this, and I'm like a huge fan, so I prefer going, spending more money rather than staying home.
Everybody is so excited for the show, so I think it's gonna be very spectacular.
Amarjeet Grewal and her husband Kulwinder have come all the way from Calgary.
The moment he announced it, he knew I was excited, so he bought it for me for my Christmas gift.
Saturday will be the first time a Punjabi artist headlines an event at PC Place, a venue that can hold more than 50,000 people.
He's one of them who's going mainstream from a mainstream perspective, from an Asian side of the house. So, which is good. Which is good to see every artist performing at the same level as the other artists in North America.
It sort of feels like, oh, okay, well, it's about time. That's how it feels.
Mandir says the emergence of South Asian artists into the mainstream music scene is an inspiration for young and emerging performers. Last month, another Punjabi artist from Surrey, Karan Aujla, won a Juno Award, becoming the first racialized artist to win in his category.
I think that there needs to be a little bit of like an awakening to the global impact that is South Asian music, which, by the way, has almost entirely all of its roots here in British Columbia, in Vancouver, in Surrey.
Mandir says recent collaborations between mainstream and Punjabi artists is a sign of growing popularity of Punjabi hip-hop music. More proof of that, only a handful of tickets for Saturday's concert are still available. Saurabh Sandhu, CBC News, Vancouver.
Vibing and doing Bhangra on stage with Diljit Dosanjh. An unforgettable moment for Surrey's Anik Buller.
I like his dancing moves, and I love him. He's the best singer.
The 6-year-old sat high up on his dad's shoulders, catching the eye of the singer. Diljit invited and carried Anik on stage.
What was it like for you to be up there?
Happy.
Tens of thousands cheered him on, and then another surprise.
And after when he danced, he gave me the jacket, and it's way too big on me.
It still looks really good on you.
And it's a skeleton jacket.
It was remarkable. I mean, we were shaking, we were crying, we had tears, text messages.
His dad says it's a moment his son has long manifested.
Through his Bhangra lessons, every time he comes home, he pretended that he was on stage with Diljit, so wanted to dress up like Diljit.
Anik started taking Bhangra classes about a year ago. His talent and smile shined bright as Diljit made history in BC Place. He's the first Punjabi artist to headline the stadium with a sold-out show for his North American Dil Luminati tour. The venue holds more than 50,000 people. And as artists like Diljit bring their music to the mainstream, the impact goes a long way, even for fans as young as Anik.
A lot of these artists are some of the biggest artists in the world. So I think that there needs to be a little bit of an awakening to the global impact that is South Asian music, which, by the way, has almost entirely all of its roots here in British Columbia, in Vancouver and Surrey.
An electric atmosphere and an unforgettable milestone for Barinder's son.
Having someone like Diljit sold out 50,000 people, for my son to embrace his culture, his heritage, his language was something so wonderful, and just speaks to what Diljit has done globally.
Their moments shared on stage have gone viral on social media. Anik says Diljit inspires him, and he had a lot of
fun.
Anik hopes to keep dancing his heart out on the stage and off. Benit Brach, CBC News, Vancouver.
Joe Biden.
Folks, how are you?
And please welcome the 45th President of the United States, Donald Trump.
Child care, elder care, making sure that we continue to strengthen our healthcare system, making sure that we're able to make every single solitary person eligible for what I've been able to do with the COVID. With dealing with everything we have to do with. Look, if we finally beat Medicare, I went to the World War I cemetery he refused to go to. He was standing with his 4-star general, and he told me, he said, I don't want to go in there because they're a bunch of losers and suckers. My son was not a loser, was not a sucker. You're the sucker. You're the loser.
Well, I took 2 tests, cognitive tests. I aced them, both of them, as you know. We made it public. He took none. I'd like to see him take one, just one. I just won 2 club championships, not even senior, 2 regular club championships. To do that, you have to be quite smart, and you have to be able to hit the ball a long way.
Look, I'd be happy to have a driving contest with him. I got my handicap, which when I was vice president, down to a 6. But by the way, I told you before, I'm happy to play golf if you carry your own bag. The crimes that you are still charged with, and think of all the civil penalties you have. How many billions of dollars do you owe in civil penalties for molesting a woman in public, for doing a whole range of things, of having sex with a porn star on the night while your wife was pregnant? I mean, what are you talking about? You have the morals of an alley cat.
We are very, very close to World War III, and he's driving us there. And Kim Jong-un and President Xi of China, Kim Jong-un of North Korea, all of these, Putin, they don't respect him. They don't fear him. They have nothing going with this gentleman, and he's going to drive us into World War III.
You want a World War III, let him follow and win, and let Putin say, do what you want, NATO.
The whole country is exploding because of you, because they don't respect you, and they have to respect their president, and they don't respect you throughout the world.
According to me, he's at the moment the top ODI player in the world.
विराट कोहली ने बहुत बड़ा न्यूज़ बना दिया है.
हमें बड़ी ना क्यूरियोसिटी होती थी रोहित शर्मा का नाम बहुत मतलब एवरीवन सेड यार ये एक प्लेयर आ रहा है, ये एक प्लेयर आ रहा है.
Virat Kohli, captain, right hand middle order batsman, right arm quick bowler.
Virat and Rohit are the ones. As long as कोई इंडियन तोड़ता है, I don't mind.
No one goes through a very clean patch. You know, they'll have some sort of up and down in their career.
Walking into Wankhede, I felt that कि यार या तो ये लोग भूल गए हैं कि मैच इंडिया में है या इन्हें लग रहा है मैं नंबर 11 का प्लेयर हूँ. कोई उम्मीद ही नहीं है.
It's an outstanding achievement. I've never seen anyone get 500s in a World Cup, be any tournament. In my opinion, it's baffling, to be honest. It's absolutely ridiculous to read such stuff that comes out there. Bringing personal lives into the picture, it's disrespectful after a moment, honestly.
I was contacted 1.5 hours before the selection meeting on the 8th for the Test series, and there was no prior communication with me at all.
I look forward to leading Team India in white ball cricket. It's going to be an exciting journey.
Rohit is a very able captain and very, very tactically sound. We've seen that in the games that he's captain for India and in the IPL as well.
और अगर आप फॉर्म की बात करते हो, फॉर्म ऊपर नीचे सबका होता है. प्लेयर का क्वालिटी जो है वो कभी खराब नहीं होता है.
The way they play is in the interest of the team. And you cannot have the kind of consistency across all formats if you have, like you mentioned, rifts or divisions or whatever.
According to